iRacing is a sim racing game that combines a true-to-life racing experience with an online community of virtual racing enthusiasts all around the globe. iRacing offers a multitude of officially licensed cars and tracks, laser scanned with millimeter accuracy. The car models and mechanical systems are based on real-world physics, engineered in cooperation with manufacturers and racing teams. Our skill license system ranges from rookie to pro, ensuring members are always pitted against those with similar skill sets. Members are able to sign up for a weekly racing series, compete in time trials, host a private race with friends, and participate in racing leagues created and run by the community. With over 200,000 members, iRacing works in partnership with renowned motorsports organizations like NASCAR to deliver virtual races based on the real-life NASCAR Cup Series, as well as many other series on the NASCAR ladder. iRacing also features team racing, providing a variety of options for members to create and manage their own teams, race with friends or real-world teammates in full-length endurance events like the 24 Hours of Daytona, Spa 24, or the Bathurst 12-Hour. Participate in solo races, championship seasons, and hosted in league events with AI Racing. With a rapidly expanding catalog of 70-plus cars and 85-plus tracks from real-world racing series, test your abilities with challenging computer-based competition. Additional partners include IMSA, the World of Outlaws, and Supercars, allowing members to participate in their very own Bathurst 1000, Chili Bowl, Sebring 12-Hour, and many more iconic events. This is iRacing, delivering the most authentic racing experience short of getting into a real race car. Sign up today at iRacing.com.
Well, hello and welcome. It's a Sunday evening, and well, that can only mean one thing. The XSLR Tour returns round 14 from Lucas Oil Speedway, no less. And it's going to be a cracker. It's going to be interesting. It's a wild old circuit with plenty of bumps and a relatively flat oval as well. Last week, we went green the whole way, but I get the feeling tonight that just won't be the case. Let's find out. We're not far away from qualifying, getting up and running. A fucking thank you to good old Bayview Shade and Blind, as always, sponsoring this series. And also, I tell you what, a big shout out to one legend of this series, and Chet Duranek, as always. Bringing the love to him, and I know he's not very well at the moment, Chet. We've got qualifying getting in the way. Let's get stuck into that one. And as always, it comes thick. It comes fast. We've got some beautiful new camera angles right now. Let's get into the drone angle. Loving that. Really showcasing this. A horrific bump off the exit out of 4. And that's how you mess up. Especially if your name's Ann Thompson. You mess up anyway, and then you get your qualm. But ironically, because he's gone first, he's gone purple at it, in all sectors. So he is going to be the fastest across the line, because he's going to be the first one across the line. But Andy Kosick, I tell you what, the little dark horse, that cheeky little minx. Oh, he could be off the pole here. Thompson goes faster. Oh, let's get some stats up. Let's get them up. Oh, I tell you what, it's close. But he hasn't quite done it. There it is. Kosick off the pace by 6 tenths. And that's a big old margin. So it's only a 12.8 second pole lap around here. Kevin Irwin, where are you? Oh, Bayview Shade and Blind. You can see him on his ladder there. On the roof of his car. Oh, Kev. Hello. Struggled in practice. And he just slaps it on pole. Wow, that's a turn up for the books. That is a turn up for the books, indeed. Jake Ham struggling there. Oh, he's had all of his times deleted in qualifying. Well. Now we've got coming out for you after qualifying. Jimmy Howard not electing to set a lap because Jimmy Howard. We have got heat races 8 laps apiece, a 10-lap consolation, followed up by a 30-lap grand finale to round things out here today. And there will be a competition caution in the final at lap 15 on the proviso of certain criteria being met, i.e. we haven't had a caution past lap 10. So, laps 1 to 9, we can have a caution, that's fine. It's lap 10 onwards, there will be no competition caution. I tell you what, somebody's feeling the heat. He's going out there, getting the job done. It's Jimmy Howard. There he is. So, greens all round, winding it up, going for that final flying lap here. Head on board with the drone. Oh, he touched the wall there. Is that going to be lap time invalidated for Howard? I think it is, and he knows it. That is going to be game over for him. Frustration. Managed to get a third, second row off the grid. So we head into scene. Oh, there we go. We're going to disappear off into the first race of the day. Let's take you through your grid for that one. Kevin Irwin starting on pole. Jimmy Howard joins him on the front row. And it's Jake Ham in this first race of the day. And that makes good news because one Adam Thompson is going to join me sporadically throughout this race. I'm going to annoy the hell out of him, probably at times. And there you go, one project file set to you as well, for good measure. To boot.
Yes. Hi. How are you, Tim?
I am fantastic. I'll be even more fantastic if Jake Ham decides to join the grid. You never know. Stranger things have happened. Leaving it to the last second? Oh, that's why. Because I had the feeling I was heading across there. YouTube chat. Oh my God. This track needs some better dirt, is what he's saying in the YouTube chat. Pure filth. Nothing less.
Well, I mean, leave it up to Jake. I'm surprised it is on Jake and not on Jimmy for saying something like that, because that would be a Jimmy comment. But no, this track, as you just saw in my qualifying, Kevin Irwin gets the point. The extra point in qualifying.
And that's crucial in the championship standings as well, it could well be, because he's really, really close, isn't he?
Yes, he is. He is very close, actually, to 4th place. So it's going to be interesting to see if Kevin can hold it together. This track, Tim, as you've seen in practice, will wear away very, very quickly.
And that person who is vying for that position with is, no less, Jake Ham, who's also in this first heat of the day. It's coming together nicely, isn't it? It's all coming together.
It is. We're going to see if we're going to have any wrecks here in the heat. I wouldn't expect to see wrecked, but they're on anyways. Jimmy does a wheelie.
There you go. Oh, and Kevin's off. I tell you what, it's drama already. We haven't even gone green yet. Hold on. They all got the pace.
No, we're green.
Oh, dear. Right, Ham.
And now they're wrecking. Now Kevin's back in the lead. Remember, there are no cautions in heat races, Tim, so Kevin should easily get this race win.
Wow, Howard's had to go to the pits. Clearly terminal damage for him, no less. Wow, that means he's going to have to head through the consi. Ham, a pedestrian practically, trying to make his way around the track, nearly clipping one of those tyres on the inside there. And I tell you something, I've seen people clip them before, and for a promiscuous little tyre on the inside, they are vile. They kill you.
They absolutely do, and that's going to be the problem around here, especially, Jake clearly has some right front damage. You can see his right front tire is towed out to a point where it should not be. So Jake is, just trying to hold on right now at this point. But yeah, Kevin's going to get this win in this heat race, which is going to help him, especially being seated first. I think Jake's just going to go to the pits. He's going to take it in, try to come back out. But no, Kevin gets the win, and he's going to be starting from the pole.
He's in the wall there. I've realised I've missed off the timing tower. It's all happening thick and fast here. So, he's got the track to himself. He's 2 laps up, so that means he's guaranteed the win now, because Ham can't really come back from that one, certainly with being in the pits. Well, actually, no, technically he can. I have seen it before. I've had commentating on short races like this, and it's been a race in the pit stop for someone to get out first so that they could drive round and take the checkered flag. Not going to be an issue here, but I tell you what, seeing as he's got the track to himself, he doesn't need to push at all. That thing is wild. Oh,
It looks like he's pushing pretty hard there, Tim, even though it doesn't, he might not actually be pushing, but no, I think Kevin's out for some blood tonight. He gets into the wall, but it doesn't matter because that was the end of the race. I'm telling you, I think Kevin's out for some blood. Kevin might be a driver to watch.
Yeah, he's definitely going to be one to watch this evening. No less, and well, it's ticking over nicely now. Let's take you through your second grid, of course, and I was just talking to you there. With Andy Kosick in the second race of the evening.
You're going
to stick around. I tell you what, you're gonna do the ultimate. I've done it before, commentated and raced. Are you gonna try?
I'm gonna try.
I'm gonna
try, but I will tell you, I have raced with Andy before. I don't know if you remember the dirt trucks.
Mm-hmm.
Andy, if he thinks he's got a chance, he's good. He's aggressive, and I like aggressive racing.
Mm-hmm.
So this is going to be very interesting when it comes down to the start here. Yeah, we're going to see if Andy's got anything for me. And I didn't think Andy had anything for me in any of these races, but the dirt trucks proved me wrong. So we'll see what happens.
We will do indeed. I was just getting away here. See Adam's helmet there. Lovely and shiny. Big black one.
Oh, yeah.
Not as black as Andy's helmet, though.
No, it's not as black as Andy's helmet, but I would say that the wing... Oh, we're going green, so I'm going to let you go, Tim.
It's all right. Here we go. Waiting for the lights. Pace truck comes in very early. It's a long-anticipated wait, which I think is what caused the calamity earlier on in the first race. Thompson goes. Here we go. We're green. We're racing 8 laps in the second heat of the day. Jake, I'm just saying, wow, in the chat. He's not wrong there. Kosick, he dropped like a stone right now. Nearly a second. In fact, it is a second. 1.2 opening up. Already.
Tim, let me tell you, this track is not easy. I'm all over the place right now, man.
You are so much so. You've just dropped 0.6 of a second there in one corner alone. And that's not even like the British version of a corner where you just got this arc as one corner. It's the American version of 2 corners in one radii. And, wow, he's catching. Yeah, it's 0.6 the gap. He's not shaking you. He's just set the fastest lap of the race as Kosick. Well, instantly replied by yourself at 13.02. But opening that gap up now a little bit. I'll tell you what,
a lot of this...
Go on.
A lot of this has to do with wing angle as well, especially on a short track like this when you're really trying to get the power down. If you pull that back wing back, as you can see in these dirt cars, you might not know these wing dirt cars do have wings that you can move. So if you move that wing back, you can put more weight onto that rear tire, kind of like F1 when DRS opens. If anybody watches F1 here, they lose downforce on the rear tires, but they do gain speed. So I'm trying to put as much downforce onto those rear tires as possible right now.
Not quite working. Kosick replying here, trading the fastest laps. He's not letting go. White flag in the air. 1 to go here. Be over and done with in a flash, and Kosick is throwing everything out. He sets another new fastest lap, but it's too little, too late, as it looks like you got this one. Check flag it out. There you go. Straight to the final for yourself, Adam Thompson. Well, here we go. Consolation time. Let's take it through the grid.
All right.
For it. Go on. Here we go. Some wise wisdom or something incoming.
No, there's no wise wisdom here. I'm just asking you, Tim, who you think's going to win this race? Because Andy was giving me a fight there at the end that I did not expect.
You know what?
Jake Cam up there in the front.
For a man who's never done dirt, road or oval, he's a little dark horse, is that little Andy Kosick. Started for the front row with Jake Cam. Jimmy Howard on the back row. I know he likes to come from the rear quite often, but I mean, this could be a tough day at the office for himself. You know, you got some big personalities. Kosick, you know, as you can see, his that picture of him and his pussy chilling. Netflix, I believe that. Watching some Netflix and chilling there. I do believe.
I think
also,
Jake likes his pussy for sure.
Well, Fred 32, of course. Most Mint Racing also, he's watching on from home. Let's point out in the chat, maybe he'd be better off called Moist Mint. Certainly with that hairy
boy.
encumbrance
Here we
next
go.
to Andy. Well, and also, there was the confusion as well in the first heat, which involved both Ham and Howard, where the pace truck, it pulls in half a lap early due to where the pit lane is. It's not on the inside here, it's on the outside, and it's on, the exit of,
And
1 and 2, isn't it?
It is, and that's a big thing, I think. There have been, I know people that are watching this race can't see some of the things that have been going on in the driver chat, but Jimmy and Jake don't seem to be very happy with each other at this moment. So we're going to see what happens here. I don't think Jimmy's going to be somebody to really try to throw a move here onto Jake. We're going to see when Jake goes, but again, Jake can go right now at any time. The pace truck's already in, so Jake can hit the gas whenever he wants to.
Let's find out here, folks. I'll get on board with the drone. I'm going to capture this start. Waiting for the lights. Let's get ready to go racing in a Constellation. And Jake Ham just not hanging around. Straight up. Oh, and he's caught the tyre on the inside, Howard. But it's not game over here, because I tell you what, you can still get back into this one, but it's going to be a tough ask for Howard. Has he got? Oh, that's destroyed. And again, he's into the pits early on.
So the problem with Jimmy is he caught that tire the first time. He was okay. He gassed it up way too early. Front tires came off the ground, had no control over the car, went back in to the tire again, and I think that destroyed his race. But again, like I've said about Andy, keep an eye on him. This is not over yet. Jake is getting a little loose up there already. Andy seems to be very, very consistent around this middle line.
2.3 seconds, the advantage for Ham at this stage of the race. Can he maintain it? That's the big question around here of what's happening. It's the personal best from Kosick, but it's 2.4 seconds. The advantage that he's got. Just longer the race here. It is 10 laps rather than 8, so we go 2 extra. Ham replies, fastest lap of this Constellation. Just eking it out that little bit more. 3 seconds and a big twitch.
Yes, Jake, the rear end. Again, we're going to see this a lot. You've got to be super easy on the throttle coming out of these corners. You can lift the front end of these. Even the winged cars will come off the ground.
Yeah, Howard was saying it to me in practice how he came out the pits, got airborne, and then just wheelied the whole way down the back straight. He was laughing while he was doing it, so it was all in good taste. But, well, he's going to be like a bear with a sore head, isn't he? Come this final, 2 incidents. And let's not remember, he was the guy who said to yourself, we should race this season, this track.
He absolutely was. I even talked to Jimmy as an admin of this league, asking if he wanted to do a different race. And Jimmy was like, no, we should do this one because we have 2 easier tracks. We had just run Eldora. We got Knoxville coming up. USA, these 2 middle tracks are going to be very, very difficult. Jake obviously wins that. No issues there, but these 2 races coming up between Lucas Oil and USA Speedway are going to be like this, and then Knoxville is more of a full speed track like we had at Eldora.
Yes, as we head into the warm-up session. Who's going to get this one? It's going to be tight, isn't it? It's a great equalizer, this track, isn't it? It's anyone can have this. Literally anyone. It's as we've seen, Howard always a pro on when it comes to the dirt oval. That is his game. But
no, it really
he's falling foul tonight.
It really is his game. But Jimmy, even if you ask him, he does not like short track dirt ovals. Jimmy doesn't like a lot of things. Jimmy likes to sit right in his wheelhouse. When it's outside of his wheelhouse, he all of a sudden, he says he's the best dirt racer ever, but then all of a sudden, when you get into a shorter track, an 1/8 mile or a 1/4 mile track like what we're on now, he's not good, but he's going to blame it on the track. He's going to blame it on everybody else. He's not going to blame it on himself.
Is he going to blame it on the moonlight? Or is he going to blame or is he going to blame it on the boogie?
He might blame
or blame it on the sunshine?
He's going to blame it on anything he can blame it on as long as it doesn't land on himself. But after those 2 heat races, or after that heat race and the qualifying we saw, I think Jimmy's got some proving to do here. And he might come out here, as Kevin's flipping on the warm-up, but he might come out here and just run some great laps, but I doubt it.
Like, you never know. It's all or nothing with Jimmy Howard. It's how he likes it. It's how he likes it. Not far away now from the end of this session. Just wearing in. Oh, I say that. We've still got 5 minutes to go, so we've got plenty of time here, folks. Let's leave that up. We can see who's doing what. Maybe pick up a calamitous incident or two.
If you want an incident, I could give you one right now, Tim, but I'm not going to because we're trying to wear this track in. What we're trying to do is get this inside line worn in. It's going to allow for easier passing. When this track is super sticky, as Jake just wrecks on the outside of me, as this track is super sticky, it makes it very hard to pass. If you can get a slick line going, that's when you're going to start seeing the slide jobs come into play. Kind of what you saw at Eldora with me and Jimmy. It's really just it's gonna take a lot of finesse around here, but we really do need a slick line to be able to get some passing going here.
We do. It's but you got to get close enough, and we haven't really seen anything like that. It's just been these races have been decided on mistakes rather than outright racing. This could come down to who's kept it the cleanest actually ends up victorious this evening.
Yeah, no, that's very true as well. And again, that slick line's going to have a lot to do with that. Tim, do you know what a slick line is? And if you do, why don't you explain it to the viewers what a slick line is compared to...
I'll tell you what, let's try and ride on board with yourself. Maybe I'll see it. Not the best of cameras because the wing being in the way, but that inside line where it's looking a bit more glossy, it's a little bit more blue. Might start to see it from the rear. No, it's pointing out the wrong angle too much. Well, let's head to the drone, guys, and see if we can pick one up from there. There we go. Might be able to see it a little bit easier when you head out. So you've got the darker colouring. That's the wetter part of the circuit, but that's where the grip is on that dirt there. But lower down, where you can see it's much more yellowy. It's almost really shiny and glossy, like an oil slick down low. That's where it gets more treacherous. As Adam, well, showcasing his skills there and getting into the nice wet dirt. Equally, the fastest way to run, your dirt oval, certainly on these wing cars, is to get as close to the wall as you dare. But is that a risk worth taking, based on how treacherous this Lucas Oil Speedway track has been tonight?
It's going to be a risk worth taking when that track wears in on the inside. You can start seeing right now, you can see that loose dirt starting to move up closer and closer to the wall. You're going to want to get as close to the wall as possible, but you don't want to get into it. And Lucas Oil is one of those tracks where it actually flattens out right here on the top side. So you don't want to get too close in the corners, but on the exit, you want to get as close as you can to the top side. You're going to want to keep as much speed as possible. And that's going to be where the drivers are going to make or break their lap times. You want to stay as close to that wall as possible, especially on exit.
Yeah, nice application curved power, not to be twitching the steering wheel. I rather like what you're doing at the moment. It's not the fastest way around here. We've got a couple of minutes left in this warm-up session. I'll tell you what, Jake Ham hasn't been the fastest around it. Normally, we saw, certainly based on what we saw 1 week ago, it's all down to, yourself and Jimmy Howard. Come here tonight. It's the table's flipped on its head. It's Ham, Irwin, and Cossack. They are the dominant forces here. I'll tell you what, if you two could be in a bit of trouble here.
Yeah, Jake's really turned it up. I mean, Jake's always been okay at ovals. He's obviously a big NASCAR oval guy. Loves NASCAR. Very good at it in iRacing as well. So, no, to see Jake as good as he is, it's going to be interesting here to see what happens. I'm obviously going to start, I believe, on the outside line of him. So I'm going to be starting in second place. Kind of try to follow his line for a few laps, but I don't know if that line's really going to mean anything. We're running this track, and it's getting pretty slick, so... We'll see if Jake can deal with the slick line as well as he can as a sticky track.
Got a minute left in this session before we head across to the grand finale. 30 laps in for us. And also, to be on top of that, well worth just thinking about that competition caution on lap 15, halfway through the race. That's going to put the... I could sort of the men from the boys to use the misogynist phrase. Ooh. Okay, and that's how you lose your wing. I get stuck on this side as well there, Jake Cam.
Yeah, I think Jake was just having a little bit of fun there. I'm trying to wonder here. I'm wondering if these guys have been full throttling this track, which is not something you're going to be able to do. I'm trying to do it right now, and I just don't know how they're getting these lap times. I actually may be in some trouble here, Tim.
You might be. And you'll be angry about that because we all know that you don't like losing.
It's very true.
Oh, yes. Right, there we go. Check flag out in the session. We're going to transition very, very shortly. If you're watching along, let us know in the chat who you're supporting. Who you think is going to win this one this evening? So we're doing it for chat here at Locust Oil Speedway. There we go. We've moved across. Let's take a look at that grid. The final this evening. Kevin Irwin on pole. Thompson so on the front row with him, but in second place. Howe and Cossack make the second row. Jimmy Howard, the rear gunner. The only weight is up for him. But can he make it happen? That's the big question. That is the big question, folks.
A lot of this is going to come into rear wing angle here. We're going to see if a lot of these drivers know how to do this. Got to move that rear wing back to keep the weight off those front wheels. This thing is going to get real slick real fast.
That it is indeed.
That's what she said.
That is what she said. There we go. Pace truck moves away. Deep breaths. Time to compose for the drivers. See about what they've got to come over these next 30 laps. Who will take it? Will it be Thompson? Will it be Irwin? He gets the whole shot into turn one. Howard from the rear. So you can never discredit pace truck here. Let's get ready to go racing. Irwin controls the pace for now. Will he go early? Will he go late? He's picked it up a little bit here as we round the final turn. And there we go. Gets up and away. Thompson instantly into the wall there. It's going to allow Ham just to sneak all his way on through. As we head to the drone. Oh, he's skatey, he's skirty, and Ham can't make his way through behind him, though. Well, you see Cossack just not getting the best of starts, but up front, Thompson out in front. And Jimmy Howe already up into third. That's two gates. Oh, we've had a caution already. Let's take a little look. What's caused this one? What has caused this one? And here we go. Let's see what's happened. So, Jake Ham, the perpetrator of this. Oh, and it was there when he was into the thing. Oh, and they just collected him on the way through. Oh, and then smashes into that. Tyre on the inside, and he's onto his side. And further that, he's into the pits. He is down pit road. Wow. Adam Thompson, that was a little bit wild, wasn't it? So
it was. I don't really know what happened behind me there, Tim. I don't know if I was a part of that or not. I saw Kevin get up into the wall, and then a yellow came up shortly after that.
Yes, Jake, I'm saying that's what I get for trying to avoid LOL. Kevin Irwin into the wall, then Jake Cameron, well, partly his own incident, but then also trying to avoid him, ends up clipping one of those pesky tires in the same, actually, I think it was exactly the same one, which caught Jimmy Howard out earlier on, and, well, that's why he's into the pits. He's going to drop down a couple of laps because of it. The ambulance has already got its lights on in preparation for the carnage it's going to witness today.
Jake really doesn't really need to worry about this, though. I don't think he's really going to be a lap down. We're about to go green again, Tim, here, so I'm going to get quiet. But remember, we do have that yellow on lap 15.
Well, only if we can get that far without a caution. That's how. Ham just coming out of pit road there. Catching up to the back of the pack. He will be one lap down, but we are green. We are racing once more. And Howard going to work. Bailing out of it against Irwin there. almost catching the rear end of him. These early stages, I tell you what, it's dicey a little bit here, and there's almost further contact there, but Howard's through. Well, or is he? Or is he? Because look at Irwin just getting the drive off the corner, trying to get down low. But Howard's got it secured. He is through. He's got it done. Ham's just taking the fastest lap of the race so far, 13.04. Is someone going to get it down into the 12s? We've still got a chance for that to happen. Not too much longer before that slick line disappears. So the grippy line disappears and the slick line becomes even bigger, opening up like a massive chasm as Irwin again, twitchy AF, down on the dirt. And now this is becoming more about this fight for third. Nose to tail, Cossack, Ham, and Irwin. Fifth, fourth, third, respectively, the fight for the last place on the podium. Well, he's a light lap. Actually, no, he's got himself he's actually got himself back into the lead lap. So actually, he hadn't fallen a lap down. Oh, nearly a bit of contact there. Nearly. Ever so close. Backs out of it a little bit now. Irwin just sets the fastest lap of the race. First driver into the 12s. The only driver into it so far, 12.96. That's how I'm just getting, well, trying to get the grips. And that sprint car. Sick has lost it. He's lost it. And Ham is through. Meanwhile, up front. Oh, no, that's Howard. That's going to be a caution. That's going to be a caution. A second caution of the day. It's on lap 12, so that means there will be no competition caution. No, that is broken suspension. Pace track out. What is Howard electing to do? Drive the one way into the pits? No, he's decided to tow it after all of that flapping around. Wow, Adam Thompson. Let's we'll take a look at the replay first before I bring you in. I think it's going to be here we go. This is the one. So there is Howard. Well, trying to get up high into that fresh dirt. Attacks the wall. Oh, straight into the pit exit. Wow.
Yeah, no, we're going to see what happens here with Jimmy. We're going to have to figure out if Jimmy's a lap down, because obviously there has been a caution between lap 10 and lap 15. So Jimmy's sitting in the pits getting his repair, unless Jimmy just decides to be done. I don't know what Jake's doing there on the inside. But no, yeah, no, that's going to be interesting to see here. We're about to go green again, so Jimmy's still sitting in the pits. We're going green.
Oh, that's a very short cautionary period there. Getting on racing once more, so we wait for... Maybe it's just that tow that's going to cost Howard dearly. Let's find out together, folks, as we get ready to go racing once more. It's all a bit loose at the restart, though. And Thompson, and it's quick. Oh, well, because he's got it rolling again. That means that we're staying green here. And it's Irwin and Ham fighting out for the lead. Jake Ham going down low, trying to get that slide job to work there on Irwin. Drone really showcasing exactly these two going to work on one another, but it's Jake Ham through. Getting the job done. He's into the lead. He calls the first caution. Managed to stay, yeah, thanks to magic of the rulebook on the lead lappers. Oh, we are so delayed caution. Adam Thompson, have you had a second incident?
No, I've only had a first. I'm trying to get here into the pits.
Well, you've got brokers suspect front left, so you could be well. This we're just going to cue the Benny Hill music now.
Yeah, okay, we're in now. We're in now. But no, I think I'm the one that brought a caution out. I was trying not to do that, but I did it anyways, and I apologize to everybody that's that's been involved in that.
He lies like a cheap Chinese watch, that man. He's not apologetic to anyone. Are you?
No, probably not, honestly.
Can't deny the truth, can you?
Nope, we can't. But now we're going to figure out here kind of what's going on. So I see Jimmy
It's one lap down.
is a lap down behind me, but it's showing me right now Jake, Kevin, and Andy are a lap in front of me. So it looks like it's going to be a top 3 there.
It is, and I tell you what, they were having I mean, it shows why you got to stay in this, fight, because Ham, well, he was down and out. Let's face it, and out of the equation as pace truck in. Everyone looking like they're going to try and restart this one in single file. Cossack, interestingly, has dropped behind Howard. He switches himself around. Everyone's sorting themselves out. It's Hamco to control the pace. As let's get ready to go racing once more. As we agree. Here at Lucas Oil, and it's Howard onto that really high line. Just breezing on past Cossack with no reply. And Thompson just following him through there. Howard just chasing that high line. Oh, there's contact. They get away with it, though. They get away with it. Or do they? Are they both got broken suspension? Oh, no. No, that's Irwin. That's Irwin in the wall. And he drops to the back of the pack. Well. Oh, he spins once more. Has he got a broken car? The way that is crabbing. That does not look good. It's Ham leading this one by 3.4 seconds. Cossack in second. Despite being overtaken by Irwin. Right, it's time for you to shine now. What? Isn't it Jimmy Howard and Adam Thompson foot to the floor and try to unlap yourself against the Ham sandwich and get after. Well, get that place off of Irwin, who's still limping around somehow, some way. But that car is very, very broken.
Yeah, I think Kevin's car, we should be able to get around Kevin here. I do believe I'm racing Jimmy right now at the moment. I might be able to still take a top 3. We're going to see what happens here in these closing laps.
Yes, no, Jimmy, according to my records, is 2 laps down on you. What I'm seeing, and you are, well, about a third of a lap away from Kevin Irwin, who is, I see him there. Oh, that's a big twitchy moment there. Lives to fight another day, there's Irwin. But it's just losing time, hand over fist. Electing to stay out, even though it costs him so dearly. Oh, and Howard nearly having his own big moment there. Big twitch. Oh, we're lap 25. We've got 5 to go here. Ham heading off into the distance. Oh, it's Thompson behind him, but Thompson does need to unlap himself to make an advantage, with Irwin keeping on going. Well, safe, but he's closing in. Oh no, and he's taken out the leader. The one thing
that was a bit of a move here, but I had to get by. I have to make this move on Kevin. I need this position right here.
Well, you can smell the desperation, can't you? Practically in the air right now. As there you go. Is this going to be the move? We've got 28 on the clock. Oh, there's contact, and they're both around, and they're both in the wall. And they both, thanks to the magic of netcode, have their wings come back on, but it's whatever damage you can. There you go. There's Kevin Irwin through. And oh, that is close. That is close. Thompson around. And Ham nearly wiped out as we've gone yellow. We've gone yellow on lap 29.
I feel like there might be some incident reports after this one here, Tim.
I get the feeling. Definitely Spill Duntlin. I think that's yeah. I mean, wow. I was trying to make some sort of innuendo out of it. I don't think I can. Go Kevin. Well, he's into the pits now to get that car repaired. He's heading out for it, sorry. And where is... So Cossack leads this one. Where's the pace truck? I don't know. There it is. Howard needs to allow them back past. Of course, every lap we spend under caution does not count to the total number of laps. We've also, because that late caution, is going to go 1 lap extra here. 31 laps. Where are you, Adam Thompson? You still in the pit lane?
Still in the pits. I had to tow for that one.
But if you did it after the yellow flag came out, that means you should remain on that lead lap, I think. Maybe. I don't know.
Nobody knows.
Nobody knows.
Nobody
Either way, we're going green. Here, pace truck is in. So unless you're coming out, which you're not. And not in that way either.
No, definitely not in that way, Tim.
2 wet laps left to bring it home. Bringing home the bacon is J-Cam. What can Kosick do behind him? Erwin trying to get 480 and into the side of Howard. And they career onto the infield. Ham taking the white flag in the air. It's 1 to go, and it's just the time to stroll this one home. Jake Cam's going to walk away with a win here at Lucas Oil Speedway. Kosick's going to finish 2nd after struggling in qualifying, and it's Kevin Irwin with 3rd place. Thompson and Howard 1 lap down. Wabosh. Well, that was a little bit unique, wasn't it, Adam Thompson?
It really was. No, that's I had a feeling it was going to go that way, and it did. It was a lot of fun. Had quite a bit of fun out there battling. Think I may have thrown a pretty bad slider against Jake Ham. That one was definitely on me, so I may be taking a warning there. But no, the top 3 definitely deserved. They kept it clean, other than Kevin, but he got it.
He did indeed. Just reviewing that incident which he had towards the end with Howard. And Howard was just in full send mode. Finding all the grip on the... Oh, and there you go. Just got into the... Howard, slow off the corner, but it was just the tires spinning up, waiting to get that launch, and he would have slingshotted past pretty much everyone going. Whereas, Howard just slid up the track and they just converged into one another, didn't they?
Yeah, no, they really did. That was a interesting incident there. I don't think Jimmy is the type to do any type of incident reports, but there may be a few here. We'll see, we'll kind of see what happens. Obviously, people are going to go back and look at the race, but as of right now, I think our top 3 are pretty close to sitting into our interview waiting booth here, Tim.
Okay, we'll bring them in very shortly when I get my life organized. Shake hand, burns off the fuel while upside down. Yeah, that's probably the best shot there. That's what it looks like in the world from upside down. I think. Is it gone? No, we're still going. We're still going. So, let's get things prepped here. Need to have a chat with some of our drivers. With that image actually in the background, let's just confirm those results for you. Will it let me? Why are you having a feature? There we go. Jake Cam, your winner here today. Andy Kosick 2nd, Irwin 3rd, Thompson in the end 2 laps down. Howard classified as 3 laps down. And we'll have a chat to our drivers very shortly. Let's sort the magic out happening here. Right. Well, I'll tell you what, we've got him sat there on his roof, Jake Cam. Congratulations. You look down and out, into the pits from the first caution. But they say, when you're at the bottom, the only way is up.
That's right. We did it for Chet. Came back. Got to give a huge shout out to Chet Duranek. Going through a lot of stuff. This race, 100% for that guy. Had to come from the back.
That's all you need to know, and that's why his engine's just exploded. Even that can't cope with that comment. J-Cam, he likes to come from the back.
Jake, one question I have for you here, man. How hard or how difficult was it battling with lap cars?
Tremendously. Man, I don't know what happened there. I luckily, right, the laps don't count. You know, while you're in the pits, hanging out, chilling, getting your car fixed from getting ran over or something that happened. And then it poor Jimmy, and then I don't know, something else happened to somebody else. But I've been putting some extra time, you know, in the sim here, and decided to burn down the house and win this thing, you know. So
Well,
just for Chet.
Yo, you did it. We're all doing it for Chet. We all put on a show here for Chet tonight. But yeah, man, great win. Nobody could really keep up. I saw that one coming from the freaking practice session. You were quick tonight.
Dude, it was fun. I just wish we could have had a little bit more race in it, you know, a little bit side by side. I'm still bummed I, you know, had to miss last week, you know, with some family stuff going on, but it's good to be back. Hopefully can, you know, still put in a fight for second place for the championship, so I'm gunning for. And yeah.
Actually, Tim, before we let Jake go, I think after this race with Jimmy finishing 2 laps down in 5th place, again, this second place is still all up for grabs.
It definitely is, isn't it? And well, this absolutely anyone's realistically. I mean, yeah, just it comes down to the wire, and that's why we love racing.
Mm-hmm.
So
yeah.
Wow,
I tell you what, in real life, I'm gonna call the stewards in real IRL, real life, Lucas Oil Speedway. I'm gonna get a hold of the track owner and be like, you gotta fix that bump at a turn 4. I mean, if you haven't yet, you gotta fix it.
I think the bump in turn 4 is what caused the incident between you and me as well, Tim, or Jake. So yeah,
multiple times. Jimmy hit it, sent him right into the wall. I think that's what caused Kevin to hit the wall and kind of bounce off of me type of thing. And the turn 4 or the rest of it, very manageable. Different lines you could run, hard throttle, less throttle, you know, on the inside, all this type of stuff. But yeah, turn 4, just a nightmare. Absolute nightmare.
There we go. Jake Ham, for you everybody. Did it for Czech. Likes to come from behind, and last week he was bummed.
Hold on a second.
That's everything you need to know. That's everything you need to know. Right, next up is a second place driver. Who was that? I'll tell you what. We'll do the bit of the usual prep because, you know, that's how we do. Let's give this a bit of a caption as well. Hold on.
What are we doing here, Tim?
We're just, you know, we're just doing a bit of prep. We're about to bring in the man, the myth, the legend that is Andy Kosick. He finished second here today.
Well, all I can say is it was a mini enduro, so it was all about surviving.
I mean, it did look like you were just playing that tactic of, I'm just going to try and stay alive, not kill myself, not put it in the wall, not end up on my roof, and just see what happens. And I'll finish wherever I finish. I might come last or I might come first. But in the end, I mean, I tell you what, it worked out and came up second.
Yeah, I figured out pretty fast in practice that the track conditions drop off pretty fast, and it's pretty rough there going through turn 4. So you really have to be patient on the throttle. There's so much grip here too. I mean, you can pull the front wheels off the ground out of turn 4 or turn 1. I mean, or out of turn 2. So you just have to be patient with it. And once I got a couple lap guys in front of me, I just let them go. I figured I'll just, you know, hopefully I can stay ahead of the guys behind me and see how it comes out at the end.
Tim, I'm going to cut you off here real quick. Andrew, you're a guy that likes to pull the front wheels off of tarmac. I don't know if Tim has ever asked you this question, but you've done some real life stuff in the past. over there in Ohio?
Yeah, I got a when I was 16, I had to get to the drag strip, man. It was like what I had to do. It was what my old man did. We did hobby drag racing. I did that for over 2 decades, and I got kind of bored with it. So I found this thing called budget endurance racing, and started that in 2011. Got a case of trophies from doing endurance races with my mighty Saturn.
What kind of Saturn was it?
It was a '92 Sport Coupe,
All
the
right.
ever popular teal color, which is what.
There you go. All right, Tim, hand it back to you.
It's a coupe. It comes from a French word. That's how it's spelled and how it's pronounced. But there we go. You Americans will never get that one right.
We're not in France.
Well, it's a French word. They invented it, in the same way you lot claim you invented freedom. But nonetheless, I mean, you're becoming a real. I said about this in commentary. You've become, someone who's never really done anything dirt-wise, whether it be road or oval. You're becoming a real dark horse in this situation. I mean, next week, what you fancy another podium?
I'm just keeping them honest. I mean, if the track conditions are like this, I got a shot at it.
Well, good luck to you, sir. Andy Cosick, you finished second here today, and having the fans, your fan club with you in the chat. They've been shouting you out all night as well for good measure too. Right, next up, let's sort out the next little bit. Get the words sorted out. He's already been moved up. There we go. Kevin Irwin, or Kevin the Destroyer.
All right, Kevin. I'm sorry.
I definitely destroyed my car there. I don't know.
I've got to take this.
And I don't want to comment on the start of the heat. I no comment on that.
Okay, so first I'm going to ask you about the start of the heat. So what exactly happened there, Kevin?
Oh, the pit or the pace car pulled into the pit, and I thought that was where the start was, and like around that turn, realized that was way too early, and then while I should have just kept going, I slowed down and just messed everything up.
Yeah, so according to Cross Series League Racing rules, when that pace car comes in, the leader has control of the field. So I just want to remind you of that, Kevin, for the next time that you start that.
That was an unusually long.
I will side with you. It's not very often I side with you, Kev, but I will side with you on that one.
Jimmy said the same thing.
It is a unique set of circumstances, but even so, I mean, it didn't catch you. I caught absolutely everyone else out as well.
I know. And also I'm not usually the one that sets the fastest qualifying lap, so I'm usually the follower, not the leader.
So you got to the front and you panicked. Yeah, as any true rubbish person like myself would do.
So let's talk about your fastest qualifying lap. You obviously start on pole going into the feature race, Kevin. So what were your thoughts there? And about lap 15, tell me what your thoughts were after that.
Well, I was just kind of trying to keep the car relatively straight. I know that bump out of 4 can be kind of difficult. Once I don't remember what lap it was where I kind of messed up my car, but I think I hit that bump, went on the wall a little bit, and then clipped that tire on the inside, did a little 360, and then just kind of held it tight until that last caution to fix my car.
Yeah, so I was driving behind you at one point, and your left rear tire was totally cambered in, which, in case anybody doesn't know anything about racing, you don't want camber in, ever. So the fact that you were able to...
not, with, yes, it was a little bit trickier to turn, but once you realize that, hey, it's not normal right now. Just the right amount of throttle, and it kind of worked for me.
No, it actually did.
So, and then I don't know, I was
Mm.
trying to, me and Jake, I know we're close in the points, and he, sometimes he comes in the front, sometimes he comes in the back.
Mhm.
I don't know. He ended up in the front that time, so but
So
there's
Kevin,
always next time.
Kevin, right now I'm looking at the points here, and with Jake with that win, Jimmy finishing 5th. I do believe Jake is going to be in the lead, barely.
Well,
Um,
we need to visit this point because, I mean, Kevin, clearly some pace in the car today. You were fastest lap of the race in the final. And also to boot, you were the only driver in the 12s as well, a 12.96. No one else managed that. So
Yeah,
you
there
picked up
was
those 2
there
bonus points there for pole position and
that
for
definitely
fastest
helps.
lap.
Yeah, there was a time there. It was like I think I set the fastest lap 4 or 5 laps in a row
Mm.
because I'm going around, I'm trying to focus, and my crew chief is just like, "You have set the fastest lap. You have set the fastest lap. You have set the fastest lap," and I'm like, "Shut up."
Well, on that bombshell, he got destroyed. They came too quickly. Hey, have no win.
Yeah, that happens sometimes,
It
but
does.
just
Still,
need a little more practice, and maybe I can last a little longer next time.
never know. It's a marathon, not a sprint.
Absolutely.
Kevin Owen, for you there. Well, let's sort out some graphics. There we go. Beautiful stuff. Why go? For some reason, this project file it just loves to show Jake Cam. I don't know why. Again, I'm bringing up his overlays. I don't know why. It just has this aversion. This not aversion because that means that you don't like someone. So let's. There we go. We got rid of it in the end. Yes, Adam Thompson. I mean, some thoughts from yourself there.
I mean, it was a race for sure. This was a dirt oval race that's probably going to be remembered for a while. We may not come back to this track, especially if we've got more people next season, depending on what cars we run. But that was one of the more enjoyable races I think we've run in the, foreseeable, not the foreseeable past, I guess. But no, it was a lot of fun. Definitely took a little more skill than Eldora did. Obviously, we're going to USA next week, which is going to take the same amount of skill. Throttle control is going to be the same deal. So, congrats to Jake and congrats to the top 3, really, for keeping it on the track, something that me and Jimmy couldn't do.
No, it wasn't. He's running strong, and well, I mean, but even so, got a chance for a bit of redemption next week. And yes, we're at the business end of the championship. We've only got 2 rounds left to go now.
Yeah, we do, and obviously I'm trying to do the points as we're sitting here in the broadcast so we can give out the live points, but I don't think that's going to happen because I still haven't been able to find a way to get the points up yet. But second and third right now between Jake and Jimmy is getting ever closer, especially because Jake ran and Jimmy ran tonight. I have a sneaky suspicion they might be very close to tied on points for second place going into this third race, this penultimate race, honestly.
Well, you dropped that bombshell just as the music has dropped the beat. You couldn't have timed that one any more perfect. See, so you can't hear that music either. That's ultimately impressive. It's all coming down to these final 2 rounds. I mean, what's your thoughts? Who's going to get this one? Who's going to take it? We've seen those battles plenty.
So we're going to talk about, first of all, the second place battle between Jimmy and Jake. I think Jake might have a chance, a very good chance here at USA. I think Jimmy is much better on a full speed, half mile, 3/4 mile oval, which is where we're going to go in Knoxville. But Jake is going to have a real chance going into and out of USA Speedway next weekend. It's going to be close. And then obviously with Bobby not racing, Andrew and Kevin, it's all going to be up to Kevin to keep it clean. I mean, Andrew still has a serious chance of taking 4th. He's definitely going to be in 5th place after this race, but Andrew has a serious chance of taking
But
fourth against Kevin. if
Kevin,
Kevin
he's
doesn't mess
picking up
up.
those bonus points plenty. 2 again tonight. For the qualifying on pole and the fastest lap. It's not to be sniffed at.
That's true.
If he can hold it together, I think he's within a shot of taking that and doing really, really well. But it's Kevin, so you never know what you're going to get. It's all or nothing, and quite often it just ends up in nothing. But God loves a trier.
No, I couldn't have said it better myself, Tim.
There we go. And on that bombshell, thank you very much for joining us, and we'll see you in a week's time. We head to USA International. Be there or be square. See you there.